Question 1. Which of the following is an equation of line L in the xy plane above? X equals 1, y equals 1, y equals x, y equals x plus 1. Before we start solving this equation, I need to remind you about how we graph this linear equation. This axis is called x-axis, and this one called y-axis. The equation of the x-axis is y equals 0. The equation of the x-axis, y equals 0. And the equation of the y-axis, x equals 0. When we need to graph any line with only one variable y, يعني say we need to graph y equals 5 or y equals -2, like this, يعني we don't have x, we have only variable y. In this case, your line will be horizontal line. يعني the graph will be like this, horizontal line like this. In this case, if you need to draw y equals 5, this is 5, for example, this number 5, and from this point, we graph the line like this. So this line represents y equals 5. And y equals -2. This is -2, for example. And from this point, we graph the line y equals -2. So if you have only one variable y, the lines will be horizontal line. طيب, if we have only variable x, يعني say for example we have x equal 3 or x equals -1, we have only x. In this case, the line will be vertical line. يعني when you graph these lines, it will be like this, vertical line like this. So x equals 3, I will take 1, 2, 3, this point, and from this point, I draw vertical line like this. So in case we have only one variable, the lines will be either horizontal line like this or vertical line like this. Horizontal line, in case you have only y, we can say y equals k, where k is a constant. So y equals k, the line will be horizontal line like this. And if we have x equals constant k, k is any number, in this case, the line will be vertical line like this. طيب. Now, if we have both variable x and y, if I have x and y in the equation, in this case, the line will be inclined. The line, let me graph x and y plane again. This is our x-axis, and this is for y. And now, the equation, if I have y, say, for example, y equal 2/3 x plus 4, for example. And I need to graph this equation. This is called slope-intercept form. Y equal mx plus 4 plus b, where b is called the y-intercept. We call b y-intercept, يعني the intersection with the y-axis. And m, the slope of the line. M, the slope. And of course, you know the slope equals rise over run. Or in some cases, we use y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So how can we graph this equation? Y equal 2/3x plus 4. The first step, you need to plot the point 4. This is called y-intercept. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 on the y-axis, and we take one point like this. So be careful, this is point 4. And from this point, we graph the slope. Slope equals rise. Rise means you move upward like this. You move up. and run, you need to move to the right. Of course, this is in case if we have positive sign. If we have positive sign, I move rise and then I move to the right. Okay, so our slope now is 2/3. So I move 2 up and 3 to the right. So I move 1, 2, and then 3 to the right, 1, 2, 3, and I'll take another point like this. When we connect these 2 points together, like this, we get the required equation. So this line represents y equals 2/3x plus 4. And from this line, you can see that the line is inclined. The line moves up to the right, like this. It's not a horizontal line, and it's not a vertical line. If the line moves upward like this to the right, the slope should be positive. Our slope should be positive. But if our slope is negative, if m is negative number, يعني instead of 2/3, we have negative 2/3, our line will be like this, move down like this. So according to the sign of the slope m, the line will be increasing, move up like this, or decreasing like this. So now I summarize now, if we have 2 variables, x and y, the line will be either increasing line like this, if m is positive, or the line will be decreasing if the m is negative. Okay, so now this is just an idea of how to graph the linear equation. Linear equations means straight line, not a parabola, not exponential function. We have many types of equations we discuss later, inshallah. Now, if we have line L like this, I return back to my question now. Look at the graph now. Look at the given graph. You are given the line L. Look at line L. And of course, the first answer x equals 1 is wrong, because as I said, if we have only one variable, the line will be vertical line like this. X equals 1, the line will be vertical like this. Our line is inclined, as you can see. And y equals 1, also wrong, because in this case, the line will be horizontal line like this. طيب, what about y equals x? Y equals x, the line goes through the origin, 0 and 0. If we have y equals x, it means I don't have b. I don't have b. b equals 0. It means I don't have any y-intercept. The y-intersection now on the origin. So the line will move through this point. Look at the green line, this line. This line bisects quadrant 1 and the quadrant 3. And this is called y equals x. I don't have any y-intercept now. So the number C also is wrong. What about D? Look at D. If I need to graph D, I start by graphing 1, the y-intercept. So this is 1. And the slope is 1 also. You have now equation y equal x plus 1. What is the value of m now? It's 1. So 1 means 1/1. 1/1x plus 1. 1/1, it means the run and the rise are 1. So I move 1 up and I move 1 to the right, and I'll take another point. And if we connect these 2 points together, look at the red line now. This equation for y equals x plus 1. So now return back to your question. You can see now we have 1. Look at the graph now. We have 1. And from this one, I move 1 up and 1 to the right, and I'll take this point. And if you connect these 2 points, you will get the line L. So my answer now is D, y equal x plus 1.